Hey, today I am coming to you from my co-working space. Welcome back to the Calibrated Concepts YouTube channel. Um, Today I wanted to talk about SEO. It's funny because I am obviously a website designer and a systems designer, and people ask me a lot of times questions about SEO. But the thing is I am not an SEO expert. At the end of the day, that is an incredibly niche topic. If you talk to SEO experts, there are literally hundreds of variables that go into search engine optimization, and it can get really complicated to understand like what is happening. And the best things you can do for your SEO. So while obviously I was putting in a lot of best practices, and I still put in a lot of pretty much as many best practices as I can into websites that I design, SEO is really a long game. And for a long time, while Squarespace had some really good built-in features for SEO, there was nothing to really help you to optimize to get better. But if you weren't, if you didn't really know where to start, or you weren't an SEO person, um, I have been trialing this tool for the last several months, and I'm really excited to talk about SEOSpace. I've been using it in my business. I've used it with clients, and I just want to show you a walkthrough, show you what I've done, show you how I think through certain things on my website. Um, and they're just improving and improving this software as it goes, and I cannot wait to see how it's going to continue to improve my business, my clients' businesses, and the people around it. So let's hop in. Okay, so this is SEO Space's site. You can see they built their own site on Squarespace because their own plugin is working here. So you can install the plugin here. I'm going to hop directly into things. I don't want to spend too much time on their site, but their site's really good for just showing you a bit about how it works, but I'm going to show you how it works one-on-one. I just have to say I do love their branding though. So in the dashboard, they have a lot of really good tutorials and things like that. So in here, you can see I've got scans of my website. I've got my average SEO score, which has gone up since using this tool, which is great. I get 10 free scans a month. And then when I'm using it with my clients, I can pay for more scans or be on one of their paid plans. So I can either buy them as a one-off or I can join their subscription base. I think down the line, I will definitely be on their subscription plan. I just haven't needed to just yet. So they give you insights here. So I'm able to look at my score, and previous to this, I had some different websites for different clients on here, but I deleted them for the purposes of this video and my clients' privacy. So you can see, but they do have in here, they have tutorials. And this is going to log me in to a Circle account. So, it's just, okay, so they use Circle for their community and their courses and everything. So they have a really good community forum in here with how to use the tool. There's courses about SEO in general, product announcements. They give you all the updates. Their emails are also really good. So I actually don't spend a lot of time in here because a lot of this content I get via email, and so it's really, really good. So that's really, really helpful. Support, a lot of this I think goes to the same place. Yes, exactly. So these two things, but it will give you, so both of these happen, the support and tutorials happen in Circle, which is really, really helpful. Not Squarespace Circle, by the way, Circle, which is a separate tool. And then, so what I like is that when I'm on my website, you'll see, because I have this extension here, I have the ability to toggle this off and on, which is great because I often would have to like screenshot projects that I work on for promotional purposes, for my portfolio, those kinds of things. And sometimes it just can be distracting too. So once it's toggled on, you can either go to this dashboard and it will open up the one I have here, or you can go ahead and start working on working. So I can go to, if you're in your site or any Squarespace site, you will be able to see this in here. And open up the scan. Also, and it's a little slow, but it's doing a lot of work. So just be patient with it. So you can see it's already 5% better than the last time I scanned it. And that's just this time. I haven't rescanned it for the purposes of this just yet. But then, so I want to show you through what it walks you through for basic suggestions. It obviously is trying to promote getting me onto the premium, so it shows those first. But it does tell me things like my SEO title probably should be a little bit longer, but I have one, so it knows that that's good. So I probably should increase my SEO title, which I'll do after this call. Some of my images are too big, so I should run these through Squoosh. So that's another project for me to do. My images have alt tags, so it knows that. And my heading 1 is a little bit too long. Now, I really like my heading 1, so it's probably not changing, but it is something to note. It's only 7 characters longer than the recommended, so I'm just going to leave it be. It knows that I have an SSL certificate, that my links are all set to open in a new tab. Meta description. What I love is this one, or I think it's missing somewhere in here under links, I think it is. It will tell you if you have any broken links. So it's not showing me both of these, but you can see it says 2 of 2. So if you have broken links, it will help you know where those are and fix them. So it's really, really helpful for those types of things. There's things I can definitely do. Like I will be increasing my SEO title, and I will be going through and squooshing a few of my images. So totally useful information for me here. And then I can scan more and more of my pages. So you can see it will recommend pages that I should scan, because these are pages that are really common. So these are blog posts, each of them. These are my most popular blog posts. So it wants me to run a scan and find out how to make them better, which is another thing that I definitely will be doing. It allows you to integrate Google Search Console, so you can start looking at keywords and things like that. So it's really, really helpful. And so I will probably, after this call, I will go ahead and increase my homepage, or my, in Squarespace, it's your website overall metadata. So I will be changing this SEO title and rescanning. I can also see scans that I've done over time. You can see the improvement. They're obviously trying to give me an upgrade and teach me about keywords and keyword volume, but you can see the little fun arrow that said I've increased 5%. I can see previous scans and see improvement on improvement over time as I scan different pages. This is a relatively new feature, but you can see that in July, I was started to be able to see this improvement across my site. I started using this, I believe, in January when I redid my whole site. So I've been using it now for several months and making slow but steady improvements on my site. So really, really helpful to be able to go in here and just see the different things. So I'll show you if I were to scan one of these blog posts that it wants me to scan, what this does. So let's go create a link tree in Squarespace. So it's going to go ahead and open this live in my actual site. And I imagine we might have some SEO problems with the fact that I have a custom sidebar here from SEOSpace Themes. It's essentially 2 pages on one. So we'll see if there's any issues with that. Because I have another page, but you can see it will jump around a little bit as it goes through each of its checklist pieces. And really helpful there. So we'll already have, if I drop down, I'll have some basic. So I haven't added in metadata for my blog post. Clearly that's a problem. My SEO title is a bit too long. It wants me to shorten it, but obviously that search title is working really well for me. I probably wouldn't shorten it because I'm getting a lot of traffic to this blog post. Your page has more than one heading 1. So that's probably, this pennant is definitely a heading 1. That's something I should fix and change that to a heading 2. This is quite an old blog post. So this is something that it needs updated anyway. I really should probably re-record this video show in Fluid Engine. So that's on my to-do list for the quieter months later this year. But all these other things are really great. My images have checked out. My links have checked out. The indexing, it's all good. And the indexing, that's showing that it's in Google's console. So, really, really helpful tool to just start walking through and getting more familiar with the pieces of SEO that make an impact. It also is a way to kind of keep an eye on the long game of SEO. Um, their YouTube channel is also just full of really good resources. Henry's recently been doing some really good webinars, which are really helpful. I learned about things that I didn't really know how to use. So he tells you about other tools and about your authority level. And I actually learned that I have a higher authority level on Google than I would have anticipated, but because I have lots of backlinks and things like that to my website. So um, I think it's really, really helpful. When I'm doing SEO for clients, I do some keyword research and then I actually use ChatGPT to create the metadata. I don't feel like it's worth my time. I'm not a copywriter, I'm not a technical writer. So I use ChatGPT to create helpful page titles and page descriptions with the all important keywords for each page. So, and like I said, there's a lot of really good tools around keyword cannibalization to make sure you're not using those same keywords on each page and ruining your problem or ruining your chances of ending up on the front pages of Google. Keyword volume, making sure you're using the right amount of those keywords, and suggested keywords, which is really helpful. If you're using your Google console, it will help you to know what keywords to use on those pages, which sometimes is one of the most difficult things to figure out. If you maybe have, especially if you have a newer site, if you don't know what people are searching for when they're looking for you, if you are in a saturated market, this will all be really, really helpful. This tool is just getting better and better since I've been a part of it. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what you think. If you try it, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions about it and my experience with it, pop them in the comments. But I really, really think it is a really useful tool for DIY Squarespacers, Squarespace agencies. There's an agency plan coming. There's lots and lots of really cool features. Actually, that's the last thing that I'll probably show you before you go is actually just what their plans look like. So they have a couple different plans. They have the free plan, and this is the one I'm on, you'll see. Then you have, you get more scans and some additional features like we talked about, things like keyword cannibalization, keyword search data, use it on unlimited Squarespace websites as opposed to I had it on a handful and didn't have any problem on the free plan. Then they have a lot of really good tools on the pro plan. And then, like I said, they do have an agency plan coming down the line for people who might be using this for their Squarespace agency. Really, really handy. It's changing the game, to be honest. And they're actually he's just done an interview with Squarespace's CEO, so that's cool too. Squarespace is actually taking this on board, and I think they knew that this was something that needed to be done, and Henry and his team have done an incredible job. So I really appreciate the tool. And again, let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions.